right, so at this point in the game, we have the stones carved for the most part. Everything is finished. Some light sanding left to do, and we're just figuring out how to get this thing upright. It's a beast. It's a big, heavy piece. So we're trying to figure out how to get it upright without damaging the stones, and then also how to finish them either in place or as separate pieces. So Jed's, just doing some finishing sanding. As we go, we see, little scuff marks or pieces that need to be finished a little better. We use a random orbital. He's got the Festool with dual operation, and this thing works really fast to take down scuff marks on it.
The hard dots is where you see the deeper scratches that are harder to get out.
Yeah, we'll stack them, make sure they fit, and then we'll drop it back down, pull them, separate them, pull them off, and stain them. We can just stain them in place, I think, and we could potentially just mark where the seams are and hit those seams with a can in place.
I'll lift this. Slide that one. Yep, put that in between there.
I'm gonna slide this your way, right?
Okay, yeah, here we'll go like that.
Try and spin it. Just thread it.
Fine.
There it is.
They're good.
Okay.
You wanna put the other one on?
Yeah.
The concept for these is balanced, right? So we want all these to look really balanced, like they've been stacked naturally, and that's the beauty of them. They're kind of a designer type of piece, and so when they don't look that way, if they look like they should not be balanced that way, it really throws off the general look of it. So as we stand it up here, you can see the test of our structure. We've given away the secret of these stacking stones at this point, and we have a steel rod that runs up and through them, and that's the way that we hold them with compression. The top stacking stones will have a threaded nut inserted and epoxied into the piece itself, so it actually screws on and compresses the lower stones. That's the spot right there. And so right now I'm looking at these and just making sure that there's no visible thread, no visible way to see that all thread that stems through them. So they want to sit tight. You can see from this perspective here, you can see that thread through it. And so we're marking where it's able to be seen, so it can be carved a little bit further so they sit tight. You're not able to see, that kind of secret ingredient, the secret sauce of these things, which is that threaded rod that goes through them.
You want to sample your tongue oil on that?
I think it's gonna look the same basically, right? What do you think about that eco, Jed? Graying this whole thing out. Do a sample of it real quick.
Takes 5 gallons, right?
Yeah. This stuff looks just like the Q-Tech basically, so there's no reason not to use the Q-Tech.
Q-Tech's made for outside.
Yeah, and this stuff, we just know it's going to be bomber. So this one's called an eco treatment. It's not fully dry, but this one is it's basically a patina. I think it works with the tannins in the wood, and it kind of grays it out to make it look like it's aged, and it's been sitting there for 5 years. And that's what's so nice about this, is it blends everything, right?
Yeah. The hard grain and the soft grain all kind of smooth. It's a hard decision.
It is. It's a tough call.
That's why I give carte blanche to the artist. He has to decide.
I'm actually leaning towards this stuff now. Sarah would kill me. She's like, absolutely not. She wants a wood. She loves the wood. That's usually a sign I gotta do something different. You ask for advice and you ask for advice and do the opposite, right?
You know.
Almost every time.
This is really where, for me, I'm looking in the white tones of the wood, because that's what we've got a lot of the sapwood on there, all the work. It comes down to the last decision, which is a quick move, and it totally changes the piece from one direction to the other.
Well, you'll see the grain through that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's kind of a happy medium of it all.
Okay, done. Let's do it. So here we're applying this eco treatment, and this stuff, you can see it in this image. It just goes on like water. You almost can't tell that it's doing anything, and then within minutes it will start to gray out. It's pretty quick, fast acting. You can just really lather it on thick, and it'll bring out the tannins. At least that's my understanding of how the process works. There you can see the threaded nut that we have in that top stone. So that top piece of wood, I've mortised in a threaded big coupling nut, and then epoxied that in place. That was done the prior day. Rake, it's pretty deep gravel actually.
Thanks.
Hey love.
Hey, are you home?
Yeah.
You down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. What has Jed done now?
Okay.
He knew it was trouble. There's actually footage of him saying.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
it looks pretty. Wow. Okay. That's pretty.
it was gonna go the stuff on the like the house is going.
Yeah.
But there's so much white wood on this
Mm-hmm.
that we're afraid the white wood would look kind of orangish.
Yeah.
So
I think it looks pretty.
there's got full approval. It's not burnt. That's what I was telling him. It's not blackened. You didn't blacken it. Happy medium. The skin like makes a lump out of it.
Stuff made my hands black.
Did it? You got I had my thumb in the hole.
Oh shoot.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, grab the hole and right there. Onto the sandbag.
It's still really wet, huh? Soaked it up. Should we just try to get them all in here?
And or put this one in the metal in the back of the NPR.
I think we can get them all in.
And we're like, yeah, working smarter, not harder. Right? Look at that. We're like sailing the ship. That's a big steering wheel. Right there. Nope. Almost.
Here you go.
Yep, there it is.
Can you lift up over there?
Yep.
Over. That's what we're doing.
I see.
One more lift. 1,
2, 3. I just roll.
Here we go.
It goes here. We have a next one. Oh, it's the tall one. So here, and then there's probably the top of that one. Is there a spot up here? Must be, where the little one screws into it.
Here we are getting ready to transport. So we're in a hustle. This whole piece was done in preparation for the gallery opening. It was one of the last pieces, and we wanted a big monumental piece. And so we're transporting it into the gallery here at the ranch. And we're gonna, take out all the pieces and assemble them on site. That's Aaron Warner and Lori Sperling. She is the operator of the Still Collective at the ranch, and Aaron Warner is Aaron Warner Design. Shout out to both of them. They're great people, and I'm lucky to be working with them at this location. Lots of spots, but someone just made a suggestion, and I thought, no, we could put some seating around it and stuff.
Yeah, and I love how it ties in like the Willow panel.
I'm marking out kind of center of the space where this is going to land. You can see the gallery in the background there, still with the tape over the windows. we're just kind of finishing up work on this project, and we're moving some of the gravel at the base here, and we're going to level it and get it ready for putting these stacking stones on to the threaded rod. So we're getting that centered. Once we have it in place, it'd be a lot harder to move.
I'm grabbing from here. And we're race to the other side. Right, needs to come down on this side. Right there.
You can see I'm getting ready to set the last piece in place, and that would be threaded on here. I think we ultimately decided to cut down that threaded rod so that I don't have to thread it quite so far down. I'm pretty sure we do that, but we're just making sure that this thing works. And so you can see I'm spinning that on, and that ultimately will press these pieces down and kind of pinch them all and hold them together.
The eco finish,
Yeah.
really looks good. You get a lot of contrast between the two different wood colors, where the darks really pop from back here on the street line. Coming
that
in.
thing's really leaning that way. I think I gotta fix it.
How are they not falling over? Yeah, you go along the river, I've seen some amazing rock stackers. They get the art down, but nobody stacks wood like us. That's epic, bro. That looks good. Nicely done. He's got an art for the eye of stacking wood.
Aiden sanded most of them.
Yeah,
So all I really did was drill the holes.
no problem with saying I didn't come up with the vision. He did. He said start cutting wood into rocks. Start cutting the wood into rocks. I said, what? That. Look. A man and his totem pole.
I was telling Sarah about how I was like trying to figure out how I was going to stack these things by myself with an excavator and stand them up tall, and you're like, you're overthinking it. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're like, just lean it down. It's like, oh.
I'm on like a kiss kebab. I thought about it when I was thinking.
That's why you're the best, Jed. This is the biggest one we've done, and it stands about 11 feet, 6 inches tall or so. And so it's kind of a marker for this site. Right now, just burying the base so that these things look like they're just standing, freestanding, and the base is completely buried in that gravel. It's a way to make these things look a little bit more natural without being able to see the base. But we do some with the base exposed, and that kind of gives away the secret of how they're made.